8:13, the link on the Breeze 93.9. Let's just jump right into the KUAM News Zoom room where we have from the Guam Peace Project Dr. KristiAnna Whitman out of Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, Chris. Thanks for having me on again.
Of course, our pleasure. So we're bringing you on because you're doing a part two of this lunch hour webinar with the Peace Office. And if you could, we'll just get right into it because I know we both got a lot of things to do before that. So this is something that people can kind of tune in. And the topic for today's lunch hour is a healthy relationship with social media, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like you mentioned, prevention and training has historically, out of Guam Behavioral Health, has historically kind of gone out into the community and done a lot of outreach. Unfortunately, with the pandemic, we're not able to do traditional outreach the way we would like, and we hope to do soon again, but we've tried to institute these monthly lunch hours. So today's is focused on a healthy relationship with social media. And thank you. We'll be joined by an esteemed panel. Chris Barnett is one of them.
Very esteemed, the most esteemed ever.
So thanks for being on. Dr. Mary Fegger, who's our clinical psychologist at Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, will be really leading us through some of the ways we can maybe healthily, get through social media, and also some of the things she's seen in some of her clients in terms of social media impacts. And then we actually have Livia Maratti, who's the founder of Ina Wellness Collective, and you might have seen their information pop up on the internet. She interestingly moved back home and started a business during this pandemic. So she's going to have like a little bit of an interesting, take on the entire on social media and her perspective. So we're excited to talk with you all about it and just kind of lead our community through some guidance in dealing with all of this.
Right. It's definitely a diverse panel. And if you could, maybe just let's talk a little bit about the office you're with and the how you guys have, and I know we've talked about this before, how you guys have shifted your efforts to a lot of virtual and online things because, with the pandemic, can't necessarily go out there and knock on doors and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. So specifically for Peace, the prevention and training branch, we have tried to do, this is one of our kind of community outreach efforts. We still have the suicide prevention online trainings that we're able to offer. Our community is, which I spoke about with you in September, but if anyone is interested in those, people can reach me at staff@peaceguam.org, and I can make sure Jason has that information so he can put it in the KUAM chat box or message board. But yeah, we do have, those are kind of the online offerings we have. And then I'm actually, and my team has been having a little bit more outreach in terms of smaller groups, talking with businesses or, the church has reached out to us to do small talks. We spoke with the OG residence halls last week just to kind of give them some tips on, ways to get through this whole thing. So we're still trying to, be here and have presence in the community. We definitely don't want anyone to think that we're not available to them. So that's, yeah.
I think this is a really cool topic, a healthy relationship with social media, because, during the pandemic, social media has been kind of like everything for a lot of people, especially staying home. There's not much to do other than to cruise, Facebook or Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, and everyone deals with it differently. And I think, I personally had to take a little bit of a break a couple months ago, just because it was kind of like media overload, and I just kind of needed to, control that. And then, everything has really transferred, into online presence. You're doing everything online. You're working, you're going to school, you're connecting with friends, and it just can really be a lot. So it'll be an interesting talk. I think, it's an hour. We hope that this extends the conversation. I mean, that's always our hope, is that we start with prevention and we start with kind of initiating the conversation, and hopefully we take whatever is gained through that 1 hour back to our homes and share whatever tips and ways of dealing with it back to our individual families.
Right. So we put the link up in the comments, and then I'll share it on my social media. But again, it starts at 12, and then it goes for an hour. And we've got a bunch of panelists, and people are going to be able to ask questions and all that stuff too, right?
Yes, absolutely. There will be a question and answer piece, and we have, yeah, like I said, we have three people from different walks of life, right? And so different perspectives on the relationship with social media and how to get through it. But yeah, it is free. It's available. If you can't access it at this time, don't get discouraged. We will be recording it, and if you contact us, we can get that to you after it's completed. It won't be live streamed anywhere though, just because we are on behavioral health. We want to protect the people who also are there, so we want to make sure they feel like it's a safe space at least for that hour, and then but we will have it available to the community if you're not able to log on today.
Okay, thanks, Doc, and I'll see you at 12.
Absolutely. I'll see you at noon, and I hope I see a lot of other people from the community there as well.
Me too. We'll put out the call. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Stay
Have
safe.
a good day. Thank you.
Okay. 8:18. We'll take a really quick break, and we have Superintendent John Fernandez of the Guam Department of Education coming up next, right here on the link. It's The Breeze, 93.9. Good morning, Guam.